think I'm gonna make a rhubarb pie tonight. I was brought up Roman Catholic, and for a while as a child, I thought that I wanted to become a priest. And I would often find myself sitting in church alone after school, um, trying to get away from the bullies after school, the ones who called faggot and so on and so forth. And church was always a place of solace for me. I met Sister Phyllis on my third day here, and I walked into her apartment and there were pictures of sisters in habits everywhere. And I asked her again, I said, what is all this nun stuff about? And she told me. She told me what her vows that she had taken. And all of a sudden, I realized that you could be spiritual and queer. And for me, it was an awakening. There's no denying that we are out of the box. It's not every day you see a man in a nun's habit with clown makeup on. And that can be very jarring to those who don't understand it, to those who don't want to understand it. And it's my job as a sister to take the time, if the person is willing, to say, hi, I'm Sister Mary Timothy. What's your day about? How's your day going? Oh, you're wondering who I am? Well, I'm a member of an order of nuns who takes vows to celebrate joy in the world and to produce that in every aspect of my life if I can. There's not necessarily a conflict between us and the church, because when I'm in habit and I walk down the street and I see Mother Teresa's order, the Sisters of Mercy, or Charity rather, Sisters of Charity, we never speak, but we always nod to one another because we understand we do the same work. Our vows are not very different when you really sit down and think about it. I take vows to stand up for my community when they can't stand up for themselves. I take a vow to say hello to the homeless person that no one will speak to on the street. And I don't think that is any different than what a traditional Catholic sister would do. The sisterhood is not necessarily an answer to my spirituality, and I in a personal way, am looking towards growing and being called in some ways more towards the church again. Not necessarily the Roman Catholic Church till they change their policies. It won't be with the Catholic Church. It will be more than likely with the Episcopal Church.
I grew up mainly in agnostic. I, as a teenager or adolescent, would catch Jim and Tammy Faye on TV. And so I think I was really just attracted by the figure of Tammy Faye. But I certainly could relate to the sense of like wanting the world to be a beautiful place and, wanting everybody to be, embraced by God and feel love. Tammy Faye really exemplified what I think of as a Christian, that a Christian should be. I've had HIV since 1993. I've had AIDS since 1995. Over the winter of 2004 and spring of 2005, I was in and out of the hospital, lost 80 pounds of weight, went from 220 to 140, and thought, I really wasn't going to live. And so for me, I really began throwing myself into becoming a sister. In my mind, I couldn't think of anything more sort of honorable for me to do, for my own sense of self-respect. Back in April of 2006, I became allergic to one of the medications I take and ended up in the hospital. I was scheduled to be advanced in my training as a nun, and really feared that was not going to be able to happen because I was in the hospital. So the order, being the loving group of people that they are, made a special accommodation for me. Sister Jane, who was visiting me, improvised a wimple, which is the head covering we wear, and a veil, which we always wear, and improvised these out of a couple of oxygen masks and a pillowcase. And over speakerphone, they interviewed me, voted to advance me to the next level. And just having the love and support of the order was another huge boost to realize here I am coming to this organization as in a sense sick and dying, and they're willing to make a place for me and embrace me. And I want to be able to do that for other people. If there's any person that I would credit with my health and well-being outside of the order, it would certainly be John. I've been very fortunate to have a partner who's fully supported me in doing this work.
I really think that him becoming a sister is sort of the culmination of his spirituality, his desire to do community work. It has sparked renewed creativity in our relationship and a sense of fun and indulgence.